Hello engineers, welcome back. In this video, we're going to practice the concept of queues using a Leet code question. I hope you're ready. Let's get started. So this is a question we'll look at today. It's called reveal cards in increasing order. Let's first try to understand the question and then we'll see how we can use queues to solve this. Okay. So you're given an integer array deck. There is a deck of cards where every card has a unique integer. The integer on the ith card is deck of I. You can order the deck in any order you want. Initially, all the cards start face down in one deck. You will do the following steps repeatedly until all cards are revealed. Take the top card of the deck, reveal it, and take it out of the deck. If there are still cards in the deck, then put the next top card of the deck at the bottom of the deck. If there are still unrevealed cards, go back to step 1, otherwise stop. Return an ordering of the deck that would reveal the cards in increasing order. Note that the first entry in the answer is considered to be the top of the deck. Okay, so let's try to understand this using this example. We have 17, 13, 11, 2, 3, 5, 7. And our answer is, okay, so we have this as the initial state and we need to get this to this state. So this is a reordering problem. So once we give this result, what Leet code does is they will go through this list and perform these operations. Take the top card of the deck, reveal it, and take it out of the deck. So they will take one value, reveal it, and they will pop it. And then if there are still cards in the deck, then put the next top card of the deck at the bottom of the deck. So whatever is in the next place, that will go to the end of the deck. So now the deck becomes like this. Okay, and the process is repeated. Now 3 is popped, 3 is revealed, and whatever is the next card will go to the back. So now the deck is like this. Now the process is repeated. Now 5 is popped, 5 is revealed, and whatever is the next card will go to the end. Now 7 is popped, 13 goes to the end of the queue, end of the deck. Now 11 is popped, 11 is revealed, 17 goes to the back of the deck. Now 13 is popped, 13 is revealed, and 17 goes to the back of the deck, and only 17 remains now, 17 is revealed. So if we look at this order, this is an increasing order, right? So return an ordering of the deck that would reveal the cards in increasing order. So if we go through this, we get each card in the increasing order, in ascending order, right? So we have this state. We need to get this to this state so that when those operations are applied, the cards are revealed in increasing order. Okay, so that is the question. Let's see how we can approach this. I'm writing the answer here again. So first, what do we need to do? We are looking at a sorting question, obviously, because we at the end of the day we need to get the answers in increasing order. So our first step would be to sort this in increasing order. So our sorting order will look like this. So we have the sorted state. So we need to iterate through this sorted array and bring it to this state. Okay. So let's say we have an answer vector which is empty right now. What are we trying to do? We are trying to fill this empty vector in an order like this. This is the order we need. And then we can return this answer. So what are we trying to do here? What we are trying to do is we are trying to figure out the index where each number goes. So if the answer is like this, there are 7 indexes. So we need to figure out which number goes in which index. If we have that logic figured out, then our answer is ready, right? So for this, we can use the concept of a queue. So what we can do is we will create a new queue, and this queue will have all the indexes. Okay, so this is my queue. So using this queue, I can figure out the answer. Let's see how we can do that. So we are iterating through this array. This is the sorted array. Let's say our I is here. I is at this position. And now our queue state is like this. So what do we need to do? We need to perform these operations, right? Take the top card of the deck, reveal it, and take it out of the deck, right? So how do we do that? We go to the queue and reveal the first element. Okay, reveal the first element. So 0 is the first element. We can use this as the first element of our answer. So we need to put one element at the 0th index. So 0th index will get the value from I. So 2 can come here. Okay, and I moves forward. Next, after we do this, whatever is the next element should go to the back of the queue, right? If there are still cards in the deck, then put the next top card at the bottom of the deck, right? So we can just push this to the back of the queue. So our queue will now look like this. Okay. Now our I is here. Next, we repeat the process again. So we pop this and 2 is revealed. So at index 2, this number is pushed. So at 2, we have the number 3. And whatever is the next element in the queue will move to the back of the queue. Now our queue will look like this. And we repeat. Now I is here. We pop the first element. Index is 4. So the number is added here. And whatever is the next element, we move it to the back of the queue. Now our queue is looking like this. And our I is here. So we pop the next element. At index 6, we move this number 7. And whatever is the next element, we move to the back of the queue. Now our queue is like this. Okay, and I moves forward. So I is at 11. So what is the next index? Next index is 3. So 11 is moved to the index 3. And whatever is the next element will move to the back of the queue. So our queue will now look like this. And I moves forward. Now, again, the first element is popped. Index is 1. So 13 goes to 1. And whatever is the next element will go to the back of the queue. There is only one element. So the queue is having only 5 now. And I moves forward. And the next element is revealed, which is 5. And 17 goes here. And I goes forward. We have reached the end of the deck. Now compare this with our answer. 2, 3, 2, 13, 3, 11. This is 11, sorry. 5, 17, 7. So this is exactly the same answer we need. So we have used the queue to perform these operations that they want. Take the top card of the deck, reveal it, take it out of the deck. If there are still cards in the deck, put the next top card at the bottom of the deck. So this is enqueuing, dequeuing in general. They have just used the concept of deck and cards, but it is just an array and we are just doing pushing and popping of in and out of the queue. Okay, so let's see how we can code this. So first let's take a queue. Let's call it indexes or indices. And let's fill this with our indices. So let's see how we can do this. Let's use a for loop. And we can simply do push indices dot push of I. Okay. So at this stage, our queue has just the indices 0 to 6. Okay. Next, Let's get the size of the deck. And let's declare our answer. Answer also will be the same size as the deck, right? Now we will iterate through the deck. Oh, before iterating, we need to sort it. So let's sort the deck. So now we have sorted the deck. Now we can start iterating through the list. Okay, now we are here. We have a sorted deck and I is standing at the first position. Now we will pop one element from the queue, take the index and push that deck card into the answer. Okay, so first get the index out. Index will be indices dot front. This will give me the index at the front of the queue. Now I will use this to fill my answer. So answer at index will take the card, current card. Current card is deck of 5. Okay. Get index and add to answer. Okay. Now we are done with this index, right? We need to pop it. So indices dot pop. So this is one operation. So we have taken the index, used that index and popped it. Now get the next index and push it back to the queue. So index, let's call it next index. And this will also be indices dot front. Okay. Now we will push it back to the queue. Indices dot push next index. Since we have pushed it back, we don't need it at the front anymore. We can simply pop it. Okay. Quick recap. We got the first index. We used that index to fill our answer and then we popped it. We got the next index, pushed it back to the queue and popped it. Okay. What else? I think that's it. We don't need to do anything else. We can simply return our answer. Let's see. Yes. And our solution is accepted. Right? So it's a game of pushing and popping. So they've given us these operations of taking the top card of the deck, reveal it, take it out of the deck. And if there are still cards, put the next card at the bottom of the deck. So we can use the concept of queues for this kind of question. Okay. Now let's discuss the time complexity. So first we have this for loop. This is going O of n because we are iterating through each element in the deck. So this is O of n. And then we have this for loop. This is also O of n. We are going through each deck item one at a time. And inside the for loop, these are all single operations, O of 1 operations. So nothing else to calculate here. But we have this sort here. Sort is n log n. Right? So essentially what our time complexity will become, it will be O of n plus O of n log n plus O of n. Okay, so this will be the time complexity, and O of n log n will take higher priority because this is a larger operation when compared to O of n individually. So our final time complexity will be O of n log n. And of course, space complexity will be O of n because we have used additional queue space, right? So that is our solution. So this was a good practice for our queue implementation. We have used the concept of queues and solved the question. So if you have any questions in this approach, you can definitely ask me. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to leave a like if you found this helpful. Don't forget to comment if you have any questions or suggestions. Don't forget to bookmark the playlist. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Cheers.